Hello again, fellow virtual consultants. Thank you for joining us for our video to talk about layoffs and how starting your virtual consulting business now could be the best thing to do. With the mass layoffs starting again in 2022, with the economy in or headed into a recession, we're seeing again these mass layoffs starting in the technology industry in 2022. Which has happened before and is likely to happen again. And firstly, we want to say we're sorry for anyone that has to go through the negativity and your families of going through the negative events around a layoff. And again, we want to show you how you can turn that around by starting your virtual consulting business now. So again, we'll talk about in this video what's occurring right now in 2022, the mass layoffs in technology, what companies are laying off, etc. And the fact that this is not the first and won't be really the last mass layoff in history. We've been through several cycles of this. And again, whether you are currently laid off or you are at fear of potential layoff, we will argue that now is the best time to start your virtual consulting business right now, and we'll explain why. And hopefully this will help you get through any negativity of occurring due to experiencing a layoff, being at fear of a layoff, and again, protect yourself from any future layoffs by having the safety net of your virtual consulting business to fall back on and the security that you always have that safety net. So again, we'll get started and we'll talk about layoffs and again, why we believe you should start your virtual consulting business now. Many companies have already started mass layoffs in 2022, particularly technology companies. If you are someone who has been recently laid off from a company in 2022, or you feel like you are maybe at risk of a layoff, the first thing I want to share is don't panic. The second thing is this may be your best opportunity to start your own business, start your own virtual consulting business, get out of the rat race, be your own boss. And again, we're going to try to help you take advantage of what really is an opportunity, again, for you to get out of the rat race, get out from your job just over broke, and start your own business, start your own virtual consulting business, and hopefully we'll help you achieve that. But again, the first message is if you are recently laid off or you feel like you're at risk of being laid off, step one is don't panic. So again, we'll try to help you navigate through that to get to the point where you are your own boss and you have your own virtual consulting business and you don't have to work for anyone else, hopefully ever again. So just to give you a quick scope of the layoffs for 2022, we'll just then show you that it's not just tech companies, and also a message. This isn't the first time something like this has happened. These companies are laying off because we're either in a recession, going into a recession in 2022. But again, this isn't the first time. It won't be the last time. So again, all of these tips and recommendations will be applicable in the future for the next time we go through one of these series of layoffs. So just very quickly, so you can get a scope of who all's laying off. Meta recently announced a layoff of 11,000 employees, 13% of their workforce. And again, another reason why I wanted to do this video and get it out now is to try to catch people that are either recently laid off or feel like they're at risk of being laid off, and hopefully help them through that process, help them not panic. So we see Twitter laid off 3,700, 50% of their workforce, Zillow, Peloton, Snapchat, SoundCloud, Netflix, Carvana, Coinbase, Compass and Redfin, Other notable companies, again, Meta, Twitter, Zillow, Peloton, DocuSign, Taboola, Snapchat, Outbrain, Lyft, The Mom Project, OpenSea, Substack, Niantic, Masterclass, Bird, Superhuman, Cameo, Robinhood, Virgin Hyperloop, Peloton, and Beachbody, as well as DocuSign, Ford Motor Companies, 7-Eleven, Shopify, Vimeo, Tesla, Loom. So again, you can see this isn't just tech companies, but again, we can look at what tech companies that we haven't already covered have also laid off. Again, just to give you a scope and breadth of the layoffs going on right now. Here's another quick reference, a quick rundown of the tech companies that have announced layoffs in 2022. And again, I'll leave the direct link to both of those articles in the description box below. Again, we see Meta cut 11,000 jobs, biggest tech layoff. And we see other company, there's Meta again, Twitter, 3,700 jobs, Lyft, 700 jobs, Stripe, 1,100 jobs, Coinbase, 1,100 jobs, Shopify, 1,000 jobs, Netflix, 450, Microsoft, about 1,000, Snap, about 1,000, Robinhood, 31% of its staff, Chime, 160, Tesla, 10% of its salaried employees. So again, you can see this is, pretty broad, and this is, in my humble opinion, just the start of the domino effect, and I won't go into details here about that, but again, we should expect this to continue. So again, our message is don't panic, and let us show you how this may be an opportunity for you to start your own business, start your own virtual consulting business, be your own boss, not have to work for anybody else, hopefully ever again. Just to reinforce the point that these types of mass layoffs that we have seen starting in the tech industry in 2022 are not really rare, and that even if you don't feel that you are at risk of a layoff at this time, these layoffs occur throughout history in other industries as well. So really, no time, no industry is truly safe, and it is very possible that in the life of your career, in a job, you may be at risk or experience a layoff. So we just wanted to reinforce that point, and we'll go through some of the 16 biggest layoffs of all time, and I'll leave the direct link to this article from Vetter in the description box below, so you can see again over time, over the decades, companies in pretty much every industry have done these massive layoffs. So again, even if this is not 2022, all these same points apply, and that no matter what point we are in the economic cycle, you now is the time to start your virtual consulting business now, so that again, if something happens, which is likely to in any industry at any point in time, you're not at risk and you have a safety net. So just very quickly, we'll scroll through these. We see Microsoft laid off 18,000 people in 2014. This Han Hai laid off 20,000 people in 2008. Hewlett Packard laid off almost 25,000 people in 2008. Daimler Chrysler laid off 26,000 people in 2001. Hewlett Packard again laid off 27,000 people in 2008. Bank of America laid off 27,000 people between 2012 and 2014. Again, Bank of America 30,000 in the early 2000s. Even government employees, the United States Postal Service, a number of times in the first decade of the 21st century. Boeing 31,000 in 2001. Ford 35,000 in the early 2000s, AT&T 40,000 in the late 1990s, General Motors 47,000 in the early 2000s, Citigroup 50,000 in 2008, Sears Kmart in 1993, IBM 60,000 in the 1990s, and even the U.S. Army. So again, really no industry, no job is truly safe over time. And again, that's why we uh, would encourage you as a safety net so you can always feel secure. Start your virtual consulting business now. You can have it as a backup if you don't feel you're currently at risk of a layoff. But again, it gives you that sense of security that no matter what happens in your career, you have a fallback, a business that's up and running that you can ramp up and support yourself and your family, and hopefully it can become your full-time business, your full-time gig, and then you don't have to worry about what happens with these companies and be at risk of a layoff ever again. So we hope this helps. So what do you do if you've recently been laid off? Well, again, I will put the direct link to this article from Mondo.com in the description box below, and we'll talk about some of their tips to what to do if you've been laid off. Again, my recommendation, my advice is don't panic, but here's some things that you should take care of immediately. Tip number one, and this is very important, is immediately start the process to file for unemployment. This will give you at least some income for some limited period of time, give you a little bit of a safety net. Granted, it may be a fraction of what you were getting for your salary, but again, it should help alleviate some of the financial stress. It is a process. Every state's going to be different. Every area is going to be different in terms of how you apply, what you have to do to get your unemployment, the waiting period. Usually there's a 2 to 4 week waiting period before you actually start getting checks. So it's very important that you start that process immediately to get those unemployment checks start rolling in. And again, that should give you some sense of security that at least you can pay for some of your most critical expenses while you again get started. Again, we recommend getting your virtual consulting business started and rolling. Exploring your health insurance options after being laid off is also important. You want to feel secure that your health care needs are being covered, and you want to alleviate that stress as well. If you were previously covered by your employer, you may be eligible for COBRA, which allows you to continue your health insurance, your employer health insurance for a period of time. In my experience and humble opinion, COBRA tends to be ridiculously expensive. If you have the option where your spouse or partner is still employed at this time and can cover you under their health insurance plan with their employer, that may be your best and most cost-effective option. But again, you want to feel secure that your health care needs are being taken care of. Once that's taken care of, then you can move on and again focus on ideally starting and growing your virtual consulting business, again without that stress. Another area for which you may have additional options after being laid off that you didn't have while you were employed is relative to your retirement savings. If you have a 401k from the employer that just laid you off, you may have various options with that 401k that you could do. I would highly recommend that you do not just cash it out. Again, it may apply penalties, etc. It will depend on your age, whether you're over 55, over 59 and a half, over 65, etc. So it is very advisable that you consult with a licensed financial professional. You may have an option to roll over your IRA. Again, you may be able to continue that 401k. Although I'm not a big fan of 401ks, again, I would highly recommend you talk to a licensed financial professional about all of your retirement savings account. And again, the viable options will depend on your age, your situation, etc. But again, this by taking care of this, and again, this may be a very positive thing, and you may be able to invest your 401k money on your own, not being locked into those life cycle mutual fund, limited options, etc. And this could be a big opportunity for you to get a greater return out of those funds that you have that were previously stuck in a 401k with a former employer. So again, consult with an appropriate licensed financial professional, explore all your options, what's going to be best for you, give you the level of security you need to go start your own virtual consulting business, and make sure that your retirement is secure. But again, don't panic, don't be rash, don't just cash out your 401k. Again, there are a number of factors to consider in that, and a licensed financial professional can cover all of that with you. For help with all of your tax and legal questions, investing, business structure, setup, etc., again, investment, etc., we recommend Mark J. Kohler. As you can see, he handles entrepreneurs, 401ks, etc., tax questions, any of your tax questions. Again, entrepreneurial questions, legal questions, etc., investing, wealth building, etc. So again, we directed IRAs, etc. So we recommend Mark J. Kohler and his associates for any of your tax and legal questions for your business, for your personal structure. You can find links to Mark J. Kohler tax and legal site on the About page of our Virtual Consulting 101 YouTube channel. Also in the links section on our homepage at thevcf.com, etc. So again, you can quick and easily find links to Mark J. Kohler on our YouTube channel and on our home site, thevcf.com. And again, for any of your tax and legal questions, business structure questions, investing, etc., we would recommend and we use Mark J. Kohler and Associates. So we hope that helps as well. Here's another article by Business Insider that I wanted to review the highlights of and share with you about the first 6 things you should do after getting laid off from someone who experienced it and went on to found her own business. So again, we'll go over the highlights of this, and I'll leave the direct link in the description box below so that you can read this in more detail at your leisure. So tip number 1 that this article recommends is to create a learn list. So, any training that new skills you'd like to pick up, any training you always wanted to do that you didn't have time for. Again, there are a number of free online learning sources. One is edX, Udemy, etc. Many of these are free. So again, you can get some new skills, update your resume, your list of skills, and again, these become more skills that you can provide as services in your virtual consulting business. So when you need a break and you want to learn a new skill, add that to your resume, add that to your services. You can learn some new skills using some of these, what they call MOOCs, multiple massive online courses like edX, Udemy, etc. The second tip from this article is to squeeze what you can from your last job. Make sure you get references, letters of recommendations, connections, network with your previous employees, managers, etc. Thank them for what they've done for you. Again, establish, don't burn your bridges. Very important. Keep your network, establish your network, and make sure that your network, both within the company and outside, if there is a mass layoff, many other people are going to be affected. Make sure you keep in touch and you have contact information. Get referrals, ask for references, testimonials, etc. Also on sites like LinkedIn, ask them to give you a recommendation, a testimonial, or referral on sites like LinkedIn, etc. And again, make sure you have the contact information so you can keep in touch with your network. Again, make the best of your past experience with that company, which you can then leverage to grow your personal network and also your virtual consulting business going forward. Also, this will help you get referrals for potential opportunities going forward. So again, uh, keep your network. Don't burn your bridges on your way out. Be positive, and again, uh, establish and grow your network based on this opportunity. Tip number 3 from this article is to research benefits and unemployment options. Again, if you got an exit package, some kind of severance package, make sure you understand, get your best deal on your way out. Again, if you need legal advice, it would be advisable to get that before you sign anything. Make sure you understand what you're signing on your exit interview, etc., and don't sign anything that you're not comfortable with. Also look into temporary healthcare options. Again, they may offer COBRA, or you can possibly get a plan through the ACA since your health insurance was terminated. Another option that may be preferable is if your spouse or partner can cover you under their health care insurance if they're still employed. That may be the most cost-effective opportunity. Applying for unemployment once your severance runs out. Again, I would highly recommend as soon as possible, start the process for applying for unemployment, as that process can take some time and there may be a waiting period before you start getting payments from that. And again, you want to have that cushion, that financial security. So again, start that unemployment process as soon as possible so you can start receiving unemployment as soon as you can. And that gives you at least some security while you take on the next phase in your career. Hopefully, again, starting a virtual consulting business so you don't have to work for someone else ever again and be at risk of another. Tip number 4 they recommend in this article, and that I also feel is very important if you're going to start your virtual consulting business now or at any point in the future, is to level up your personal brand before your old job becomes too distant. Write down 25 things you were responsible and accomplished in that role. You can use that to update your resume, cover letter, LinkedIn profile, your consulting bio, etc. So again, write down skills. What did you do? What were your accomplishments? What did you accomplish? What did you do before you forget? And then again, these you can leverage. Tip number 5 from this insider article is to reach out and network from your house, which is always a great idea to build your network. So again, rather than spending all your hours in the day, you can do this virtually, do this from home, do this from anywhere. Make a goal to reach out to people, keep in touch. Again, you can do this online via online groups like Facebook, LinkedIn, phone calls, virtual chats, etc. Build your network, constantly build your network, keep in touch with your network, talk about, how you can help each other, make referrals, etc. And again, the stronger your network, the more opportunities for referrals and subsequent opportunities you will have. And again, you could do this at all the time, at any time, virtually from your home, from anywhere. So again, it's always good to build your network. The 6th tip in this insider article is to look for jobs in odd places, and I would extend that in terms of your virtual consulting business, is look for opportunities in odd places. And you can see they recommend Also looking in websites like LinkedIn, Facebook groups, etc. Also, LinkedIn has groups, and I would recommend that you join applicable groups for your interests, skills, etc., as well as Facebook groups. Start networking. Again, network, you can find opportunities, job opportunities, opportunities for your virtual consulting clients, as well as other virtual consultants with whom you can network and collaborate. So again, any kind of online communities, Facebook group, LinkedIn groups, Discords, etc., where you can find people with similar industry and common interests, skills, etc. And again, this is another opportunity for you to network both with potential virtual consulting clients as well as other virtual consultants with whom you can share referrals, you can collaborate. They may be able to also point you to additional sites where you can do further networking, further opportunities as well. So again, look for opportunities in odd places and leverage all your network to find the types of opportunities that you're looking for. So share with you 8 benefits of being laid off from this article from Tough Nickel. And again, I'll leave the link to this article in the description box below. And we'll just quickly talk about, some of the benefits of being laid off, which I will also interpret some of these as benefits of having a virtual consulting business and being a virtual consultant. So this is focused on the benefits of being laid off. So, they talk about how can that be a positive, but you make lemonade out of lemons. So it's okay to grieve loss of your job, but remember, a job does not define you as a person. So jobs come and go, and again, that's why we want you to have a virtual consulting business as a safety net as these waves of layoffs come and go. It's not the first time, it won't be the last time. There's always more jobs. And again, the job does not define you. Why don't you let you define the job through your virtual consulting business? So you see this person got 2 part-time jobs within a month. Again, similar to a virtual consulting gigs, etc. And again, back to the original point, free time isn't ideal, but you haven't had time to focus on yourself. So again, a layoff or again, a virtual consulting business gives you the time and flexibility to focus your time how you want to use it and focus on yourself when you need to do so. So the first benefit they point out is finally tackle your lingering to-do list. And again, as a benefit of a layoff and having some time, having the flexibility to manage your own time, now you can focus on some of your priorities, take your top priority things from your to-do list, focus on those, get those knocked off while you have the flexibility to do so. So again, in general, a virtual consulting business always gives you that type of flexibility to prioritize your to-do list, whether it be personal or for business, and then to focus your time to knock off those things on your to-do list that are highest priority to you when you want to do them. Set your own schedule, if only for a short time in terms of a layoff when you're between jobs, but in general, again, as a virtual consultant in your own virtual consulting business, you always get to set your own schedule. So again, you can work when it is best for you, when you want to. It gives you the time and flexibility to set your own schedule while you're not locked in any kind of 9 to 5 set work hours, set work time, etc. You can work as much or as little as you want. Again, in a virtual consulting business, you have total flexibility to set your schedule, work when it's best for you, whenever you want to, as much or as little as you want to, given your particular situation. Benefit number 3 is travel, is now you have time and flexibility to be able to travel. And again, as a virtual consultant, since you're working using the internet, using remote connectivity, you can work from anywhere. So you can travel and work from anywhere. If you're just doing this during a layoff, at least you have this time flexibility. You can work from anywhere. You can travel. And again, as a virtual consultant with your virtual consulting business, you can travel, work from anywhere, make money from anywhere. So why not travel to all those places you've always wanted to go? And again, as a virtual consultant with a virtual consulting business, you can be making money while traveling to those places you always wanted to travel to. The fourth benefit they point out in this article about layoffs, benefits of being laid off, is take a real look at your finances. And again, this is a benefit of layoff, that now you have the time to take a good look at your finances, establish a budget, look for opportunities to save money, reduce costs, etc. Look at your other sources of income, and again, make a budget and plan your finances going forward. How much do you need? How can you save, etc. And again, preparing for your future, etc. How can you invest the money you have to give you your best financial independence, etc. And again, in a virtual consulting business, this is always wise. You should have a budget, have a financial plan, know your costs, look for ways to reduce costs, minimize costs, etc. Look at all this potential streams of income that you could increase your income for your virtual consulting business. And then also, how can you invest the money that you have to, again, increase your financial independence, financial stability, and overall income. So again, always a good opportunity if you're laid off to take the time to do this, and this will benefit you going forward. And always a good thing for your virtual consulting business is to keep an eye on your finances and look for opportunities to improve the finances of your virtual consulting business, and therefore the overall health of your virtual consulting business. So the fifth benefit they talk about in this article is to plan out the future. And again, I'll map this to something you should always be doing for your virtual consulting business as well. So personally, they talk about planning your retirement accounts, your savings accounts, etc. Make an appointment with a financial planner, an investing agency, check on emergency funds, retirement funds, etc. Look at your expenses, do your finances. So again, for your virtual consulting business, you should have some kind of business plan, whether it be formal or informal. Plan out, your finances, your business plan, growth plan, etc., and consult with the appropriate professionals to get assistance with those areas. Another benefit they point out in this article is to improve your overall health. Now you're not stuck in a cube, etc., stuck commuting, etc. You can focus on your health, take the time that you need for your physical, mental, emotional, social, spiritual health. And again, a virtual consulting type business where you have flexibility of your time. You can, again, focus the time that you want, whenever you want, to focus on your physical, social, mental, spiritual health. And again, take breaks. Again, since you're not locked up in a cube, you're not locked into a long commute, you're working from wherever you want, you can focus more on your health and stay healthy. And again, you have that flexibility to do so as a virtual consultant. The seventh benefit they point out in this article on benefits of being laid off is learn a new skill, or I would say learning new skill. In the past, you're constrained in terms of your time, etc. Whether your employer would allow you the time and opportunity to learn new skills. Well, now you have that time flexibility. And again, as a virtual consultant, you always have that flexibility, and there are benefits to learning new skills, as this can provide you with additional services. You can offer additional markets that you can tap to grow your virtual consulting business. So if you're just in between jobs, take this opportunity to add to your resume, learn new skills. And again, as a virtual consultant, it's always a good opportunity and will help you grow your business by learning new skills. So you can learn new languages, learn new coding and computer skills, handicraft type skills, writing and editing, video editing, social media and marketing skills. So a wide variety of additional skills. And again, these are things you can add to your resume, add to your list of virtual consulting services that you can offer, and grow your market for your virtual consulting business to grow and succeed with your virtual consulting business. So the eighth benefit that they list in this article on benefits of being laid off is to meet people and network. And again, this is something we always recommend in terms of growing your virtual consulting business is networking. And again, if you're in between jobs, it's a good idea to build your network, establish, solidify your network, meet some new people, and continue to grow your network. They point out meetup groups, networking events, book signings, coffee shops, etc. There's also plenty of online opportunities, various groups, chat rooms, etc., where you can meet some new people and continue to grow your network and keep and establish and reinforce your network, which will benefit you for the rest of your life and will definitely benefit your virtual consulting business as opportunities for more business, more referrals, more potential collaborations, etc. So here's another article I wanted to also share with you some of the highlights, the title of which is Why Getting Laid Off Was the Best Thing That Happened to My Career. And again, I'll put the direct link to this article in the description box below so that you can read it in more detail. But I just wanted to highlight a few of the points that in this article about why getting laid off was the best thing that happened to my career from this Z-Tan, and hopefully you will find that getting laid off may have been the best thing that happened to your career. And we'll talk about some of why the facts may be that case. So we hope this helps. Firstly, from this article, I wanted to share with you the section on getting laid off could potentially be awesome. So you can again read the story in more detail about how he got education, etc. So he got a nice severance package, and again, you might get a severance package that gives you, some period of financial stability. This person had already been considering leaving, switching industries, and here was a potential opportunity to change the industry you're working in. Again, getting a break from burnout, Also, he had a well-established relationship. So this person was actually leaning towards getting laid off. They got a nice corporate sponsorship to try and make it in another industry, get some additional education, etc. So again, this may be an awesome opportunity for you where you have now not the pressures of a 9-to-5 job. Again, you have time flexibility. If you have a severance package or even just unemployment, you have some financial safety net. And so again, getting laid off could be the best thing for your career and could potentially be awesome for you. So take advantage of this opportunity while you have it and make it awesome. The next thing from this article I want to share with you, the next section is that severance plus a bonus plus tax benefits equals a windfall. So in his case, you can see he got a severance package, he got a bonus, etc. And there were also tax benefits by being laid off. And again, this gave him, a period of time to be financially comfortable. In this case, the payout was his usual pay for a period of time, etc. So with prudent savings that could last a significant amount of time. Also, you may have vacation banked that gets paid out, when you leave, etc. So again, you may get a windfall of money, and again, I would advise, seeking financial advice, licensed financial advice as to how to handle that money. You may be able to keep yourself in a lower tax bracket, minimize your tax exposure, and possibly increase that windfall money through some investment. So even if you don't get severance, the same would apply with unemployment, and you have a safety net for some period of time that can keep you financially secure while you look for your next opportunity, which again, hopefully is starting your virtual consulting business so you don't have to worry about being laid off from a job hopefully ever again. So then in this article, you can see how this individual discovered freelancing, which I would interpret as virtual consulting. And you can see again, why this discovery of the ability to freelance, the benefits of freelancing, the benefits of virtual consulting, makes it why getting laid off may have been the best thing that happened to one's career. So again, you can read his details about how he started freelancing. And again, even if you're going to get a subsequent job, getting started with your virtual consulting business, started doing freelance type projects, virtual consulting projects, have that supportive financial backing. You can see it was a good resume filler, added skills, keep your skills sharp. It's good money. Again, you're working for yourself. It's your virtual consulting business. He says as a freelancer, again, you can make additional money. So even if you eventually end up in another job, keeping your virtual consulting business running gives you that safety net where you have something to fall back on. And if you can continue with just your virtual consulting business, then you don't have to worry about, the insecurity of being in a job ever again. So again, freelancing virtual consulting business may make getting laid off the best thing that ever happened to your career. And we can help you get started, grow, and succeed in your virtual consulting business. Just ask us how we can help you. Let us know how we can help you start, grow, and succeed in your virtual consulting. At the end of the article, you can read the conclusion of this person's story, what I learned from this layoff experience. Again, you can read this in more detail, but you can see he founded 2 startups. His career was more interesting as any person could hope for and awesomely rewarding. Here's some things that he gained and learned. He completed what he started, so he got some training, learned how to job hunt, networking, again, additional skills, immunity from job insecurity. So again, jobs are fleeting. It's very insecure. In this wave of layoffs, this isn't the first time. This isn't going to be the last time. That's why, again, we're trying to help you get your virtual consulting business started, grown, so that you have that safety net, whether you can continue on that path and keep your virtual consulting business as a full-time business, or if you want that as a safety net, as a side hustle, side gig, etc. So again, this allows you then to adjust your work to suit your nature and not adjust to a particular job. So again, there's always a niche that fits you. So you can see this was absolutely no doubt being laid off was one of the best things to happen in my career. So again, we also hope that we can help you even though it feels negative at the time, getting laid off may be the best thing that happened to your career. And let us help you start your virtual consulting business, grow it, succeed in your virtual consulting business, so that one day you can say getting laid off was the best thing that happened to your career and your business as well. Thank you again for joining us for our first video to discuss layoffs and why we believe you should start your virtual consulting business now, whether you're recently laid off, at fear of a layoff, or also the point that these layoffs are not rare. They occur throughout history in the economy. And even if you're not currently at risk of a layoff or believe you're not at risk of a layoff, things happen, the economy turns, and at no fault of your own, you can potentially find yourself laid off at any time. Businesses fail, things happen. Again, there's also mergers and acquisitions, companies relocate. Again, we've been through all of these types of events in our history, and that should hopefully encourage you for any of those reasons so that you don't have to fear any kind of layoff, that you should start your virtual consulting business now. Therefore, you have that security that if anything happens and you find yourself laid off out of a job, you have a backup business that you can ramp up, or just continue. If you're laid off, and hopefully you can grow your virtual consulting business and you won't have to go to what we call a JOB, a just over broke job. And you can have the flexibility, the independence to work whenever, wherever, however you want in your virtual consulting business. And again, not be at risk of a potential layoff or find yourself out of a job due to any type of event. So again, we hope all of this has encouraged you that now is the time to start your virtual consulting business now. Please subscribe to our virtual consulting YouTube channel, Virtual Consulting 101 on YouTube, and please hit the bell notify button and come back. You will be notified of subsequent videos that we release on this topic and other topics, and we plan to come back with another video discussing layoffs, where we'll talk about taking the plunge, starting a small business, starting your virtual consulting business after a layoff, starting a business after you've been laid off, the steps for doing that, and that you're not alone, that almost 25% of laid off tech workers start their own business. So again, you're far from being alone. Again, there's if in these mass layoff times, you have other people, and you can also encourage them to start their virtual consulting business, and you can refer them to this video, share this video with them, and also work together, and possibly you can collaborate on starting a virtual consulting business. So again, subscribe to our channel, click the bell icon, be notified. Again, the subsequent videos will show you how to start your virtual consulting business now, so you don't have to be afraid of a layoff now or at any point in your future career. So we hope this all helps. If we can assist you in any way getting through this layoff period and starting your virtual consulting business now, please let us know in the comments below, in our free Discord, via our Facebook group, and or via any of our social media sites. You can find the links to all of these in the description box below, also on our homepage, thevcf.com, in the links section. And we look forward to helping you get through this difficult period and start your virtual consulting business now. This video and the Virtual Consulting YouTube channel is powered by the Virtual Consulting Firm. Please also visit and follow us on social media via the links that you may find on our About page. In the top right, you can link to our Virtual Consulting homepage. You can follow us on Twitter, LinkedIn, etc. You can also find our web hosting company, and if you scroll to the bottom, you'll find additional links to some of our other social media sites, our Facebook site, our Instagram site. Also, we hope you will join us in the Virtual Consulting Facebook group, where we can discuss any topics and you can ask any questions related to virtual consulting, and we'd be happy to help you succeed in your virtual consulting business, get started, and succeed in your virtual consulting business. And also our Pinterest, and again, the web hosting company that we use for our homepage. So again, we hope you will also choose to follow us on our social media sites, visit us, let us know what you think of all this, how can we help you. We hope this all helps, and have a great day. We would also like to cordially invite you to join us in the new Virtual Consulting Community Discord server. You should be able to find an invite in the description box below, and or in the link section on our website on the Virtual Consulting Firm homepage, which you can also find a link to in the description box below at thevcf.com. And again, we'd like to invite you to join us and discuss any topics related to virtual consulting, etc. Any help that you would need in the Virtual Consulting Community Discord server is free to join. Again, any topics you want to discuss, any help you would like to have to succeed in your virtual consulting business, we can discuss those topics there, and hopefully our fellow virtual consultants will help each other out and mutually benefit from participating in the new Virtual Consulting Community Discord server. So we look forward to seeing you there. Again, you can find an invite in the description box below, in the About page of our YouTube channel, in the links section of our homepage, thevcf.com. And again, we look forward to joining you in the Virtual Consulting Community Discord server. Thank you. Please help us be able to continue to produce frequent quality content to help you learn how to get started and succeed in virtual consulting as a virtual consultant by supporting virtual consulting via our Patreon at patreon.com/virtualconsulting. Again, this is totally voluntary. If you would wish to provide us with your support, we would greatly appreciate it. You can see you can receive additional benefits, and we hope to be able to add additional benefits to each of these membership levels, any of which you may choose. And again, we'll be adding additional benefits to each membership level as we are able. So again, if you're able to help support us in being able to produce frequent quality content and additional benefits for our Patreons, we hope you will choose to select a membership in our Patreon at patreon.com/virtualconsulting. We thank you for your support. Good luck and have a great day. Thank you for watching our video to the end. We hope that you liked it. Please smash the like button to help the YouTube algorithm share our videos with more of your fellow virtual consultants around the world. Please share this on your social media and with your other virtual consultants around the world. If you're not already subscribed to our virtual consulting YouTube channel, we hope that you will choose to subscribe, and please hit the bell icon to be notified as we release new content. Please provide us with your feedback in the comments below. Let us know how we can help you be more successful as a virtual consultant, get started as a virtual consultant, and be successful in your virtual consulting business. Again, thank you for watching our video to the end. We hope this all helps, and have a great day. If you like this video, we hope you will choose to subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the box in the upper left-hand corner. You can watch another video like this by clicking on the box in the lower right-hand corner. And we have a whole playlist of videos like this that you can access via the box in the upper right-hand corner. Our latest video is available in the box in the lower left-hand corner. We hope you like this and have a great day.